So I just want to talk about marking out for this project, because on this project we've got a range of curves on here. Now there are some that are quite tight, they're marked out in different ways. So we see here we're being told the dimensions of the centre of that curve. Over here it's been given an R for radius, and over here actually we just have some maths on the ordinates of that one sitting there with dimensions. So there's three different ways the curves are marked, and there are different ways we can mark those out. So for the tight one at the moment I want to show you a tool called a divider, which you can really think of as a scribe version of a compass. What we want to do first of all is sit that divider in the centre point. But how do we find the centre point? Well, we measure the width of our wood, and in this case looking at the cutting list we can see it's 40, and we'll double check that it's 40. Now to find the centre I set the divider at half of 40, so that needs to be sitting on the steel ruler at 20 millimetres from the end. Then what I do is I sit one corner, and sometimes you need a thumb to support it, but I sit one corner in the corner of the wood. Now I have the point in the centre. I'll bend it around and put a little curve, and occasionally you slip off if you ride on the end of your wood. I'll put a little curve, a little mark in the wood there like that. Then I go back to the corner and I step the dividers down to this side, and I'll cross that curve, and that should give me the centre of that wood, and that mark will be the same distance from there, that end there, and both sides, and the end up the top there. If I sit in that spot, all I need to do is curve around to one side, come back, curve around to the other, making sure that I keep this point from slipping out. And it might want to slip out, but I just need to hold that securely in there. Because we're going to put this on the machine, for ease of seeing it, I can colour in with the pencil down in that little scored groove that I have there. And this is ready to take to the bandsaw. Now depending on your bandsaw, you may cut just some straight angles off fairly close to that line and finish it on the belt sander. We would not belt sand that much off, because all we're going to do is create a whole load of dust. Okay, so that needs cutting. If your machine hasn't got a small enough blade to curve all the way around, cut square, finish on the belt sander.